Hello, hello, it's Mr. Shine here from HearthstonePlayers.com. We are going to continue, probably wrap up the Shaman deck from the other day. This is the one that has the 3 legendaries and 2 fire elementals and a lot of late game and 4 Bloodfen Raptors. You know, not every day you see that, but a very stable 3-2. You're not going to get much more from your Bloodfen Raptors, but they'll serve their purpose. And yeah, I think I've been doing... The late game is decidedly mine. With an Alexstrasza, a Kel'Thuzad, I have that one reincarnate. So I've been able to get off the double Kel'Thuzad a few times, which is pretty nice. And we take Glorious Day. Glorious Day. Without a playable card in the first set of 3 when I go first. Which seems to be happening fairly often for this deck, strangely. Do not want any of that because I have a 1 and I have like lots of 2s. There's my 1. My lots of 2s are hiding. Are you bashful, Raptor? Are you being bashful? That's not a very good 2, but I will play it. I will also play this. I think the last time I played a Worgen Infiltrator, they coined out Mad Bomber and missed, which is pretty awesome. Good. So really, what do I value more? Do I value the 1-1 that he's going to maybe ping away? Or do I value the Acolyte of Pain? I actually think that I will play... Well, this could be a 0-2 or something like that. Or if it's a 1-1. I'm actually going to play the Novice now because I want him to use his hero ability, which gives my Acolyte of Pain a better board, which is nothing, to go on to. I'm okay with this, and I would like something that's a little more dangerous. That's pretty dangerous, but it's not something that I'm ready for right now. You might ping this away, because both these can trade for whatever he wants to drop, pretty much. He's going to coin a 3. Imp Master would be kind of sad. Alright, that's pretty wise. The reason that is wise is because I obviously cannot deal with it right now. This other turn 3, I mean, I'm going to Acolyte of Pain. I just pretty much have to... Yeah. Because he wants to trade into that with this. I'll be able to trade with the Worgen afterwards. I could Totem, but I think it's better to Acolyte. I'm going to put them... This Stealth in the middle. General rule of thumb is always good. And I'm not going to trade that. You might just wait a while with this. Or you might trade into the Acolyte right now. The downside is I missed my Raptors! I missed my 2-drops, really. So if he's wise, he will probably trade. He did not trade. Well, that's good for me. Is this better? Could be better because it can allow this to get an extra card. I think that is better. And this can still stay. And I'm going to put the Shattered Sun away from this. Am I? Yeah, I have a few ways to play. I can do this right now, and I can draw 1 card from the Acolyte. And I can play the Gnomish, which is just going to die to this. Alright, buff this, make it a 2-4, and run both these into it, and get a card. This survives at least a ping, so we'll draw another card. That's much better. And it keeps this stealth. Very slow start. Fortunately, my deck is very good for the late game. But it's a little scary when the Shade gets beefy and just sits around for a while. I definitely want to trade this away before turn 7. I'm contemplating whether it's worth returning before 6. You're going to trade this anytime soon? No, you're not. I have Hex for that, which will be nice. I will probably trade these into this, and I think I will drop the Spectral. Reason being, he still can't ping it even when this turns into a 5-5. And then I could Fire Elemental if he does want to trade and do some strange shenanigans, I will also draw a card because it's a 2/1. It's going to die anyways. It's fine. Let's see what I get. Hey, it's a raptor. You've finally decided to show your face. So now the question is, do I Spectral Knight? It's turn 5. I think so. Might as well stay on curve here. I'll have time to drop totems later as well. If he wants to trade into the 3/2, I can Fire Elemental. Sadly, if he drops something, the Fire Elemental will have to trade into that at this point. Alright, turn 6. So the alternatives, or the things I can do: Fire Elemental and trade, have a 4/6 and a 6/5, and I feel like he might want to trade this on the board at that point, which there are better fire elementals, but there are also worse. I could also play one of these and totem, but then I suppose that this would still have 3 HP, which wouldn't be that bad. This would be a 6, so this would kill and survive. That actually might be a little better than Fire Elemental, but Fire Elemental, what might turn 7 be? Gnomish. Yeah, actually I'm going to Fire Elemental. It might bring that out of hiding. I'm starting to put a bit of pressure on him. And if he wants to just like freeze and go face, I'm just going to Hex it. It's fine. In fact, he might want to just get value from trading into that. Question is, do I Hex it at that point? I very well might. 2 for 1, but that's really hard to say, actually. Good old Shade, pretty scary stuff. Okay. So it's turn 7. And that is a time where things are a little scary. And in fact, Gnomish Inventor actually is not very good here. Reason being is that this will trade into it, and it will die to Flame Strike. So really, this is kind of the worst time for these to come up. Now I have a bunch of Flame Strike bait. That is not what I want. I can afford to take a little bit of damage, though. And this is not really a very good Flame Strike either. I think I'm going to see what I can get. I just don't really think this is worth hexing. Hey, there we go. We'll have Kel'Thuzad coming up soon.
The gates are open.
Alright. So I could Kel'Thuzad now. And yet I don't think that's really very... Well, it would bring these two back. But then he'll trade into it here. So what I can instead do is I can simply Hex this. Boom, trade. Probably drop this then. It's a good time to do that, I think. I'm going to draw first, because that's always wise. Alright. Threat neutralized. And I have some late game legendaries coming up now. I think I might want to Alexstrasza this turn. We'll see what happens. I could do this too. Although it will get wiped by Flame Strike at this point because it's turn 9.
Whoops.
Whoops. I think Alexstrasza is probably fine, because then after that I will do this. If he wants a Flame Strike, I still hurt him. Basically deal 7 damage and almost threaten lethal after that. It's fine time as any.
I bring life.
Maybe he has a bunch of burst. Or a bunch of delay. Novas and stuff. I have not played a single Totemic Call yet. Do I put this on the board?
Wanna blow something up?
No, I think I put 3 things on the board. Oh god, it's so tempting to do this actually. But I think it's probably better to lure out more of this. I think I want to totem as well. But I have so many cards. I have card advantage that actually at this point, maybe I might as well just bring more of this out. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's probably fine actually. 3, 6, 7. It doesn't actually kill him. 7, 10. I can't actually kill him with the cards I have in hand right now. So, with that in mind, I think I will just leave this Panther. It's Flame Strike bait to an extent, but this will survive. So he basically uses his whole turn and kills 2 cards, and then I'll be able to kill that or do what I want.
You love my new wrist.
Alright, so. Alright, it's Kel'Thuzad time, I do believe. Oh, good grief. Well, there goes all the removal. Gets. I'll get a 1/1 value out of it. Surprise! You burned a frostbolt, a fireball. I think you're in trouble.
Well played.
Unless you have a Deathwing. You can't kill it. Oh, you have a Polymorph? Oh, Frost Nova, okay. It's fine. Doesn't do anything, but thank you. Brewmaster?
I'll put it on your tab.
It's alive! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So close. So close. And now the question is, do I hit him in the face? I think I do, because I have... Yeah. 16. After that, 2 cards. Can't kill me. Can't do 16 damage. And this puts him on the lethal clock. And let's do this too. Put us in the middle of these guys, because he's going to want to hit things otherwise.
You win this one.
Yeah, I'll just go real slow. Okay. That's alright. That was kind of satisfying, I'm not going to lie. That was a whole ton of removal. I was able to at least wait until the last minute, whereas I think the last time I played the Kel'Thuzad combo, I played right into a Flame Strike. This time, he had nothing left. Hard to expect. Alexstrasza followed by Kel'Thuzad is so disgusting. Oh, it's so gross. I didn't have Lotheb in that one either. Okay, Mini Titan. It is a 6-win warrior, which means that it is probably a somewhat weapon-heavy warrior. This is a curve. Not a novice that I really want, though. And the cards that I do have a lot of 2s. They all came late in this one. Chillwind Yeti is so nice to have on curve that I'm really strongly contemplating keeping it. Potentially having Stormforge Axe play on 2. And maybe have another 2-drop after that. Which means this is not very good. I could gamble and hope I get another 2 and keep this. No, I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to keep the Yeti because it's so good, though. And I have the coin. There we go, that's much better. So I could... Well, I coin this out, it's actually not very good. I can play this on 2, play this on 3, play that. I also could have done this right now, coin it out, and then follow up with the Stormforged Axe. The downside about that is that it doesn't allow me to coin out Yeti. I don't think that the axe is worth bringing out right now, though, because that Croc is not very good for me. I'm assuming he has a Fiery War Axe, though. So if I play this, it gets eaten. I take 2. Then I can coin out Yeti. It trades and eats the rest of the axe, and then I'll have something to play. So that's not too great, but I think that it's better than playing the axe right now, which serves no real value. I mean, I guess I could take 6 damage from this one card, hit it twice with the axe, which has some potential. And that's a pretty good card at this point right now. So if I coin, I won't have... So the Gnomish Inventor is not good, and the Yeti's not good. That's bad. I can coin and Totem. I can bring up this and the Fairy Dragon. And then next turn I can follow up with the Yeti. I think I do that. Because the Yeti's no good right now. Is it even worth me coining, though, to bring this out? I think yes, because I don't have a follow-up play. I don't have like a turn 5 coin play. The Venture Co is a little too... It's not as good. It's actually a decent outcome. I mean, he gets a little more value with the Cobra. Oh, lucky me.
That was an error.
So now, I'm strongly contemplating Stormforge Axing and then using the Totem, but that's probably wrong. The reason that it is wrong is because that his turn 5 play... Oh, he didn't armor up, that's why I said it was an error. Or I can just bring out the Yeti. I think just bringing out the Yeti is better. Because he's not going to go into the Yeti. So my turn 5 can either be this or I can clear that up. Yeah, I think that's probably best. Though clearing the board is tempting. And clearing the board does also get a Totem out. The alternative is I can also use Gnomish to draw a card, and it'll trade for this anyways. Oh, this is so tough. Turn 5, what does he have? Sludge Belcher. I think just getting the Yeti out on curve is just more important right now. Because it has this for free, and potentially something else. And I can also drop this, which means I can't do fire elementals as a downside. Okay. So I don't think I want to bring out the Ventrico, because I think that the fire elemental will be quite useful. It's okay though for me to get some totems out. Oh, downside, no, I can't use the axe right now, because then, oh shoot, then the fire elementals are going to be in trouble. Which means the next turn's going to be 5. Because I play this and I'm never going to get a fire elemental out. So I'm in kind of an awkward position right now. The good news is that if I do this trade and bring out the axe, at the very least, this still has 2 HP, so this can't kill it. I can see what I get here. Oh boy, I'm almost tempted just to, like, gnomish. Almost tempted to gnomish. I might just gnomish. Just to get those fire elementals next turn, which are so strong. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to do it, guys. Weak turn, but I can't clear them anyways. Alright. Well, the good news, though, is I will get a good fire elemental and the trade here. Taking a bit of damage is a downside. Is there a better play? I don't think there's a better play. This will not die. And he'll have to take quite a bit of damage and trade both of these if he wants to kill this, as far as I can see on the board. I'm wondering, would he have played Execute last turn instead? It's possible. If not, I have some strong plays after this. Alright, so he's going to take 6. I think it is probably worth this. The downside is, boy, I both overcost myself with Overload, so I have 6 mana next turn, and things cost more. Oh god, so this will cost 9. Do I truly want that? What do I have to play then, if this survives? Six mana, I'd be able to play a 1 Murloc War Leader. Is this going to survive? It's turn 8 play. 1 War Leader and a Totem. I wouldn't even be able to do that, would I? Alternative play is Fire Elemental and just have a 6/5 in this dead. And my turn 8 play could be Kel'Thuzad in case the Fire Elemental has to trade into something big. Or some other things. So I think I will put another Fire Elemental out. Even though it's a little off curve. And Sludge Belcher is kind of a pain though. You could Arathi Arcanite Reaper, which is always a little scary. So he's going face. Taking a lot of damage. And that is probably come in handy at about a perfect time, I think. Because 8 damage, I should be at 9, which is unlikely that he will be able to kill me. Except I would almost want to play Kel'Thuzad, wouldn't I? Kel'Thuzad trades for the board, and I feel like he would probably just do it. I think I can survive this turn, which means that I'm going to put more things out on the board. And if I play Ventrico, then I can't. I kind of stunt my growth, and that actually is a bad thing. That's a great card to have right now. Kind of want to have Cult Master now. In fact, I do want to have Cult Master. Because he has to trade into one of those.
Join or die.
Okay. Oh boy. This has been a pretty scary game so far. Pretty scary. This does not give me that much value. Alexstrasza, I'm facing 9, 12 damage, so I have 5 left after this. So that's kind of a problem. 5 damage. I wonder if he wants to go face. I think I have to save Alexstrasza and take a bit of a risk. I can trade this, and that dies, and then I can bring this out, which kills that. But that really makes me nervous at this point, since I have so many cards. I think... What spells does he have that would really be scary? I'm so tempted to do this right now to take myself up, but I think I'm going to save that. 5 HP is still unlikely because you need to use this and the weapon. Oh boy. That's pretty risky of me, I think. I have so many cards that I just can't get them out. So I don't think it's worth toteming right now. I need to get more value from the cards I have. So he has this on the board, he has this on the board, or this on the board rather, his face. You can trade with that afterwards.
What now?
Still in pretty good position. He doesn't know that I have these big impact cards. I mean, how can he? Oh, that's really bad. It's really bad. And I've lost. That was enormous. 13, yeah. Well, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Do I have a hex? Do I have a taunt totem? Taunt totem would save me. That's the only thing that would save me. That's disappointing. So many options. But none of my turns were truly good. I'm trying to think, like, I mean, getting that weapon out also delays my board. Like, I could have gotten my weapon out, but then I wouldn't have been able to play Yeti. It's those strong, big cards trying to play on curve. That one hex, I don't have that many cards that can do that in this game. And that was also one of those instances where having Fiery War Axes and just having those weapons as well. Fiery War Axe is definitely better than my axe.
Throw. Persist and do it.
The light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
Alright. So here, Flame Tongue is pretty good. Definitely don't want that. Contemplating this. Shadow Sun, I mean, Northshire Cleric is one thing that priests have, obviously. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I think I'm okay with keeping the Panther, though. 4 attack, it can be useful. Flame Tongue, I always have totems if I need to, and then I can buff them afterwards, which is pretty strong. And that's okay. I should have other 2s as well, so there we go. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good too. I think I will start with my Bloodfen. I have a 2/2. We'll see. Yeah, this is going to be good in general. I guess I actually probably could have started with a Novice. The downside is then I'd follow up with the Flame Tongue trade, but then I don't have other ways to protect the Flame Tongue.
On your head.
So turn 3, I actually want to get the Novice instead of this, do I? Turn 4, I'd want to summon probably both of these. Maybe I do bring this out. Turn 3 play. It's kind of the equivalent, but it guarantees 3 damage with the Flame Tongue if I need to. That's too dangerous to let live. So here's the downside of this card. Of course, now I think I need to play it, and I'm not happy about having this by itself. But I can't let that get big, especially when I have a 1 damage thing right here. As much as I would love to do Jungle Panther, putting the Naked Flame Tongue is kind of bad. It's turn 4. He's going to get it for free. Turn 5 is not that great. Alternatively, I could simply let him eat this and summon the Jungle Panther, but the Jungle Panther is going to continue to get set back a little bit on tempo. Maybe he doesn't have a turn 4 play. That's unlikely. This is a little too slow.
There is little time.
So that's bad. Okay, so he has the best turn 4 play. And he's going to kill that, is obvious. So unless I can get a Taunt Totem. And my turn 5 is nothing right now. So part of me, I mean, if I draw a card here, he's still gonna get he's gonna get this for free. This won't kill that anyways. If I play this right now, my turn 5 could be this to finish it off, and this, but I'm also behind. I'm very behind. I could hex it, but then I'm also in a bad position after that. Oh, good grief! Oh, good grief! Hex save this is only delays the inevitable. I can hex next turn and use this hero ability. So maybe I just bring this out. Or use this to do this turn 5. There's so many things that can be dangerous. I think having this is better. This turn 5 will be, yeah. I need to get something that can do damage on the board to keep up with the threats. I mean, not this threat, of course. That one's already done. But I'm thinking Stormforge in this. The downside, of course, then is I can't Fire Elemental this next turn. On turn 6. Oh. That actually wasn't the end of the world. So now, I can wait for the Fire Elemental. I can bring this out. This actually isn't that bad now. Not great. The theory is he runs into it here, and then I can Fire Elemental follow up, and this just stays in hiding. Oh my goodness. Such trouble. Such trouble. Behind on the board against the priest is not a position you want to be in.
Is my shield.
I think I actually freeze that.
I wonder.
Because I want to Fire Elemental. This is a trade both into it though, so I'll lose that. Whereas the Frost Elemental accomplishes the same thing. Keeps that. These two, well, this dies. Maybe I should just kill this. Maybe I should just kill this, everyone. I think that's probably better. Just to get some things off the board. If I freeze this, my turn 7 play could be I can Hex it, I can Weapon, and then I can play a Blood Fen, something like that. Hex, trade, Weapon, hit that, I can kill that, kill that. Actually, this is better, I think. But this game is most likely lost. He keeps popping down threats on curve. Pretty much, yeah, 4, 5, 6. 3, 6. Good, I can take a little bit of a break here. That's good. Much appreciated. Alright, so the plan was this, and Bloodfen. Is Bloodfen even good though? So I'm going to Hex this. I'm going to use the weapon to clear this. I could do this to clear that. I can do this to clear that. And then maybe the Haunted Creeper better. At least it's hard to kill. Do I need to do this? What if I weapon? Listen to that weapon. No, I didn't do that.
Elements guide me.
And just get rid of his board as much as I can. Although Bloodfen Raptor does at least theoretically, no it doesn't because of healing. I'll have, so next turn I'll have 7 mana, which basically means a Fire Elemental. I'm low life, but priests do not generally have that many ways to deal direct damage, generally. But he has 7 cards to my 7 as well, and he's had board. Very troublesome. I was fortunate that his turn 7 play was so minimal.
I hear you got a problem.
Uh-oh. Alright, so I am dead next turn. Oh, he did that, okay. I'm at 10. I have 3 damage left. I think I'm forced to clear that. This is just a much... I just need to get rid of things on the board. Hoping for a Taunt Totem isn't really going to do it. Is there any better way I can clear this? No. Taunt Totem's 25% chance, and then I have nothing else that can deal with that. So, we are committed. And we probably have gone 6 and 3, which is disastrous. No, that's too bad. Okay. Poop. Awkward early games right there. Very awkward early turns. And it's hard to think like what I had done. I feel like I had a good, like I have so many 2-drops. There's that Novice Engineer that when I had to play that on 2, couldn't follow up the coin. Maybe the mistake was keeping the Flame Tongue, actually. That was probably the big mistake. Because that needs too much babysitting in the early game. So, well, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. So, a deck that could have gone better. Certainly could have gone better. I think a few mistakes I had made probably with the mulligans and some 2s not really dropping when I wanted them to leads me there. But that's all we will do today. I've been Mr. Shine. I will see you guys next time.